Yes. Good midday. It's midday, man. It ain't, midday. How's everybody doing? How is the con? I want to touch on a couple of things, right? And now we're gonna get a light cook in real quick. Just have some sardines, right? So when we having my sardine, speaking on Keyshawn Davis, and rightfully so, right? Keyshawn got a big fight coming up this weekend. He's a world champion now. He has what I like to call the motion, whereas Frank Martin is like, the typical PGC fighter right now, man. Inactive, right? Been over a year now, right? Been a year for him, right? That's these guys' frequency, man. They might get a big fight. And then, record straight. They'll be out for a whole year. Minimum, right? Some of these guys be out for 2 years. Longer than that, right? But I see that a lot of content creators are even feeding into this, right? And rightfully so, because when you do one of the an interview or something on one of the bigger platforms, what I like to call the programmer platforms, you're definitely going to get put out there. He did an interview with I believe it was Fight Hype. I just want to make sure I'm sounding good. Fight Hype. Yes, it was Fight Hype. Make sure I'm sounding good. He did the interview with Fight Hype, and we're gonna play a little bit of that interview, and I'm gonna show you why these guys not only don't make sense, but it's cool when they do it, right? So to me, like I said, he doesn't really have nothing going on, right? And I feel like he's clout chasing right now, right? And I'm gonna break it down why that he's clout chasing, man. Feel free to comment. This is the source guard. But I'm gonna tell you why this guy, to me, clout chasing. And I think it's our job as podcasters and bloggers. When these guys do these things, man, we gotta call it out, man. Stop being like what I like to say, jealous fans, man. We gotta call it out, right? Because I'm gonna call it out for y'all right now. Shout out to the couple that's in the building already. Smash the like button, hit the like, right? Look at it's up there, we'll share this. Right? So this is Frank Martin, right? Frank Martin, the ghost. He had a workout with my cousin down there, Butch McCurry. We're gonna let his what he gotta say. That's why I said he's cloud chasing. Let me know if you can hear it, man. Type source in the comments, man.
There was a fight that even after the Tank fight, he was like, hey, respect to Frank. He wasn't going on like a trash talk or anything. Like, respect to him. He shows he's at this level. I'm trying to show him at this level. Let's make the fight. And obviously, Keyshawn was able to get a title. He moved up to 140. But it seemed like it was a fight that was always going to happen at some point. And seeing now that it's a fight that still, it's still going to happen. Everybody pushing for the fight. I probably know 135 no more. I know he probably going to be at 135 for too long either. But stay at 135, so we can do something at 140. I'm with it. You know, I'm all go. I'm a green light. So
All right, you are 40. Beltless. Beltless, man. Let me say that one more time. So you want him to come to 140, fight you. It's a fight that can happen. But you're at 140 now. You moved up. Tank put you to the ceiling, and your title defense at 135. You woke up at 140. Nah. You moved up to 140, but you're talking about fighting him at 140. He's at 135. Keyshawn probably got plans to try to unify. You see him and the cause, like, I don't know, man. Maybe they might fight. But I just think you don't have nothing going on right now, Frank. Why don't you fight Gary Antoine Russell since you're at 140? He's over there. I could put in the text right now. I can send out a text, right? But for you to speak on Keyshawn Davis's name and then say you're not going back to 135, to me it sounds like you're clout chasing right now, man. What do y'all think, man? It's a couple y'all in the building. We're in the building. Somebody comment, man. Somebody comment, man. How's the content looking now, man? Comment, man. Comments are free. Hit the like button too while you at it.
I'm a green light, so I wish him the best in his next fight. You know, you get the dub and keep going. But like De Los Santos a good fighter. I think he's having some complications going on. People don't know about, but for the most part, man, he go what he's supposed to do against De Los Santos. Like, I'm with it. You know, we can make something happen, but it'll have to be at 140. Not going back down to 130.
There it is again. He's going 140. He's at 135. He's a champion. Why is he even concerned with you at 140? Get it. Like I said, you don't got nothing going on. Man down. Promotion, man. Yo, EJ, get your boy a fight, man. Get your boy a fight, man. He's speaking on 135 pounds, but he's not going back down. And I mean, let's make a fight. Why don't you try to set something up with him with Gary Antoine Russell? He's over there because apparently, those guys. August 16th is looking like T.O. and Devin, right? Even though Gary Antoine Russell said the man was trash, definitely don't want to fight him. But Frank Martin is still talking about 135 pounders. I say he's clout chasing. It's cool when they do it.
Yeah, 140. I'm not going back down to 135. I know he's the champion right now. But for me, if everybody wants to see the fight happen, it got to be at 140 for me.
Okay, it got to be at 140 for you. Maybe we could go find a 140 to fight. Too bad they didn't throw you on that July whatever. What is it? July 19th card, man. You looking for one fight at 140. I think Pitbull Cruz is fighting maybe at 140 on that card. You could have fought Pitbull. But, Al didn't throw none of the brothers on the fight. None of the brothers are on that card. But you're out here speaking on 135 pounder, who now is a champion. Right? He's a champion. You did fight for the belt, but Tank Davis put you to the ceiling. Yes, that was Frank Martin, courtesy of Fight Hype TV, man. Shout out to Fight Hype. Good little interview right there. I just wanted to touch up on that briefly. How is the content looking now? Yes, how are we looking now? But that was Frank Martin, man, speaking on a 135-pound division. He says he's not going back to, so why speak on it? Why even talk about fighting guys down there who are champions? And like I said, I don't think Keyshawn is going to rush up to 140 to fight you when you don't even have nothing worth fighting for at 140, and he's already a belt holder, right? I think if he did, right, what if he the WBO champ? If he was to go up to 140, I think he would try to fight the champion at 140, who was technically Teofimo Lopez, right? Teofimo has the WBO 140. So I think he will probably fight him. Pretty sure that's what his team, Bomac and those guys and his mother, shout out to Mama Davis, who also was his manager. I think that's what the plan would be. Not to fight you, a guy who has been inactive, on the shelf, Since the Tank Davis, I'll put you to sleep. Yeah. But how's that sound, y'all? How's that sound, man? We just kicking it here, man. One time. What you guys eating for lunch, man? Anybody eating anything good? I had some sardines, man. I mean, one of my cans of sardines, man. It's that season, man. Sardines and watermelon, man. So eat your water. You ever heard that slogan? Eat your water. You can eat your water, man. Watermelon is mostly water. So when you hear people say, "Yo, I'm gonna eat my water," you can eat your water, watermelon. But Frank Martin, man, with the BBC move. The BBC move, though, man. Those old inactive ass fighters over there, they always try to jump out on social media. Like, man, why don't y'all jump in the ring, man? You've been out the ring for a while, my guy. DJ can't get you no fight, man. I thought Earl was like this big time promoter, man. Nobody don't got nothing to say about that, huh? Malik, man, you still over here? Malik, are you still over here for PBC Insider? What's going on with Frank, man? Can Earl get him a fight? What's going on, man? Put it in the comments, man. You a PBC Insider. Who could he get a fight with at 140, man? You sent me the the thing for the fight in July. You couldn't get the Pitbull fight? Huh? He couldn't get Pitbull? No, he been out the ring for a while. That would have been two former Tank Davis victims. He couldn't get the Pitbull fight? He couldn't get that? I just bust down another can, y'all. Oh, man. So I'm on my sardine wave, man. Core said he would fight. Yo, that's old news, man. Yo, that's old news, Malik. Come on, Malik. You're trolling, but I'll address that, right? Shakur's, how can he clout chase? He has a fight. See, clout chasing is when you don't have nothing on the date. No dates, right? You're not active. But yet you're talking about active fighters. That's clout chasing. Frank Martin is talking about Keyshawn Davis fighting at 135, but he'll fight him at 140. Clout chasing. Clout chasing. And you know what? I'm in my lane now. Everybody's watching me. And these are facts. The man is clout chasing. You don't even have a fight on the schedule. You're talking about fighting a champion at 140. But he already making noise at 135. Make it make sense, Frank. But Malik, man, read my comment. Read what I'm telling you. Get on the phone with EJ, man. EJ got his fight out here looking crazy. Talking about fighting a 135-pounder who's a legit champion at 140. Why would he even entertain you right now, my nigga? Why would he even entertain you? You have nothing going on. You're like these YouTubers that set up live streams, right? That organize live streams. You have nothing going on. Nothing going on. You have nothing going on, man. You're YouTube boxing right now. These niggas sit around and debate. Organized debate. These niggas is super jealous fan zone, man. That's what Frank Martin, man. I'm not saying you're jealous, but you do sound a little jelly right now, man. You fought for the title at 135. Got put to sleep. Keyshawn Davis is a champ. You're making noise right now, man. Having a hometown fight. Right? He got big things going on, man. He's running the bag up, man. He got a whole promotional company behind him. Oh, now you got me in executive mode. You don't even have your promoter doing anything for you right now, man. Why would Keyshawn Davis even look at you? You are dead stinking. Like them sardines I just ate. You're stinking. That's why I had the sardines, man. That's a fact, Malik. Malik said Frank playing himself. Yo, Frank is thinking right now, man. But yeah, that's the PBC format. They told him, they was like, yeah, he got authorized to do a quick interview to try to get out there, and it worked. Because look, the content crabs jumped on it. Like, dude is not even relevant. If he was official, he would have called out Gary Antoine Russell. Yeah, at 140, right? Call out a champion on your side. Gary Antoine Russell's a champion. But he did the BBC move, man. When he did the BBC move, he knew this is the big right here for Keyshawn. They about to shut the whole Norfolk VA down. They're already swallowed up. Look, nobody's even talking about the Charlo and Caleb Plant fight anymore, man. I told you. Out with the old and with the new, man. The dudes over there is old news, man. Dudes is old news over there, man. They talking about the youngins, man. It's some new leaders of the Pride Land, man. It's some new leaders of the Pride Land, man. But how is the content looking now, y'all? How are we looking now? But hopefully, Earl Spencer gets you a fight. Because, you got a champion over there. Gary Antoine Russell. Bolo the Dawn is a champion. He's in the WBA. You fought Tank for the WBA, got put to sleep. Maybe they can pull some strings and get you the WBA over there. You got 140. Hey, but talking about fighting Keyshawn at 140, he's a champion at 135. So you want him to just give up his belt and come fight you at 140, right? Manager talk now, man. Advisor talk, which is pointless. You have nothing to offer him. Nothing to offer him. What do you have to offer him? What do you have to offer him? I'm sorry, Malik, I'm cooking. I'm talking real business here. What does Frank Martin have to offer Keyshawn Davis at 140? He's a champion at 135. So you look, that's the PBC backwards moves over there, man. Smoke and mirror, bullshit narrative. That's a bullshit move, right? For bullshitters. Champion, give up his belt. Go fight him. When they rolling it out for him. He's having a hometown fight. Frank Martin, have you ever had a hometown fight with Man Down Promotion? Earl Spence? No. The biggest fight of your career was Tank Davis. Other than that, I think prior to that, your biggest thing was headlining the Cosmopolitan, right? In Vegas. You haven't seen Indiana. You're from Indianapolis. You haven't seen those fights that you came up, right? On the Chitlin circuit. Whereas this guy that you want to fight you at 140 and give up his belt, they're rolling it out for him. They're rolling it out for him. You gotta make it make sense, man. But I get it. You're talking that PBC nonsense. Woo! Damn, that was fire. You're talking that PBC nonsense, man. Which, is internet boxing talk, man. Why would he leave what he got going on to come fight you for nothing? But hey, what do I know, man? What do I know? Look, why would I pull up his last interview, Malik? That's not my topic. That's not my topic, Malik. My topic is Frank Martin being the PBC crash dummy, speaking on a fight at 135. He wants him to fight him at 140. So I just got to point out the PBC crash dummy tactics that these guys do. Why would he fight you at 140? You have nothing going on. You're dead stinking. You're stinking. You're a dead fish. And look, you're underneath the fish. The biggest, right? But that makes no sense for him, man. That makes no sense, man. I just had to come on and address that, man. Real life, man. The content is cooking. How is the content looking now, man? But Frank, man, figure it out, man. Maybe Malik, some of these insiders, these PBC guys, these man down guys, these guys that fuck with EJ, they could get EJ to get you, too bad he couldn't get you on July 19th, man. You've been out the ring for a minute, man. Pitbull Cruz is fighting on that card, man. You could have been on a Manny Pacquiao, pay-per-view you know, undercard, man. But I guess they don't want you on the card. That's a Spaniard card. Ain't no brothers on that card, man. But according to Malik, the PBC is back. Are they back? Maybe I'll talk about that later on, man. Because a lot of these other promotion companies, they doing 2-3 shows a month. BBC can give us one show every couple of months, watered down Kool-Aid, watered down mixed drinks, heavy water in it, and they're back. I get it though. When you've been having a couple of years that they've been having, anything is better than nothing. I get it, man. But how is the content looking now, man? Shout out to my man manager in the building, in Conquest. Shout out to him, man. I got a super video I'm about to upload, man. Called Hands on Hands, man. Hands on Hands. Talk about what, Malik? Malik. I talk about my motion. You know what my motion is? Shitting on those that tried to shit on me. And I throw it in their face because look how I'm rocking and rolling now. Right? And no disrespect to Frank Martin, but he was a part of them niggas over there that tried to discredit what I built. Tried to take food out my kids' mouth. Tried to lie on my name. So now, every chance that I get, when they come out here on some goofy shit, I'm going to keep my foot on their motherfucking neck. If they want to do something, I'll throw my fucking gun in their mouth too. Yeah, because I'm like that. I'm really like that. But how is the content looking now? Man? You know? Frank Martin, sit your goofy ass down, man. You sound stupid. You sound like the rest of these dumb niggas that sit around talking boxing and ignoring real players that do shit in boxing. You sound like a real asshole. Go find you a real advisor, somebody that's going to give you real knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Because why would a young man who is set right now, got a whole promotion behind him, fight you? You don't got shit going on. You don't got a motherfucking thing going on. You fought the biggest fight of your career. Hopefully you still got some of the money left over from that fight. You may have been in the ring in over a year, right? And I don't want to make this sound racist, but not for nothing, the PBC don't really fuck with you black fighters like that. Because look at Edward De Los Santos getting another title shot with Top Rank, right? He already got one with Shakur. Now he getting one with who? Keyshawn Davis. But you had an opportunity to fight Shakur Stevenson. Turned it down to fight Tay. Now they got you sitting on the shelf. How does that sound, Malik? Did I just break that down right there? You know I'm definitely going to remix that. Because what I just broke down right there just cracked the case open, right? Edward De Los Santos got 2 cracks out of world title. 2 cracks out of world title. Shout out to Uncle Al, man. You really be looking out for the brothers, Al. Right? You looking out for the brothers. Brothers gonna work it out. Yeah, you really look out for the brothers, man. K. You know, he's a brother too, man. Shout out to Edward De Los Santos, the Dominican brother. But Frank Martin, the African-American brother, he ain't get another opportunity. But he talking about fighting that guy at 140. I get it. I understand. But how is the content looking now, y'all? Give y'all a quick half hour. Nothing too crazy, man. I think I hit my mark right there. You know, that was the cherry on the sundae right there, man. That was the cherry on the sundae, man. Yo, Frank Martin, man. Maybe I don't know who Edward De Los Santos' manager is, man, or you know who he signed to, who his promoter is. Because you know all you BBC fighters have promoters. Maybe you might want to get with his promoter, because his promoter I think got more favor than your promoter. But your promoter is who? EJ, right? So you mean to tell me Al ain't looking out for EJ and you. Yo, how he said it? Yo, Snoop Dogg said, New York ain't got no love for Death Row. Yo, Al Haymon ain't got no love for EJ like that. He couldn't get you on no cars like that. Man, you do have options. You do have options, right? Like I said, hopefully everything works out for you, man. Cause that's like a sticky situation, man. That's real. Like to me, I'm like, damn, that brother can't get a fight. Yo, he can't get a fight. He can't. No, that's just more smoking mirrors though over there, man. He can't get a fight. Like his promoter, who is Earl Spence, the biggest, can't get his boy on the show. Who's your manager, Frank? Frank, who's your management team, man? He said it's crazy. Keyshawn Davis was chasing Frank. Now it's the other way. Fanz, Malik. It's funny how the road turns, man. Remember, Keyshawn, Frank had the motion, man. Remember, Frank had the motion. Frank was getting the Shakur Stevenson fight, man, and turned it down. To get crashed out by Tank Davis. He got crashed out, man. And then, I remember I told y'all, they cashed him out to get crashed out. Everybody got mad at me for saying that, man. That's how they did him. They crashed him out. They cashed him out, man. Everybody was mad at me for speaking on that, man. That's what they did. I knew that, man. You know what it is too with this boxing? I get it now, man. I get it, man. Because as a content creator, my content creator character is too much. Because I'm not a sheep. I'm not a sucker. I'm not a yes man. I don't have to kiss ass. Like I said, I got my own motion, man. I don't need to do you. I don't need to get access, man. I'll go hit the block, man. I have merchandise. I have Seymour. I have jerseys. I have real things going on. This shit is smoke and mirrors, this internet. A bunch of weird, fake, clown, suckers, non-relevant people. Look, see how they trying to call me? Because I'm cooking. They know I'm kicking that real shit. So look, what do they do? When I start kicking that real shit, they want to mute my mic. You see how they get people to start calling me, man? You see how they try to get people to start calling me? To mute my mic? Because I be kicking that real raw. I kick that real underground raw over here, man. With the stats, though. Yeah, I got stats, man. I don't need content creator stats. I got the real life stats, man. Right? I got real merchandise. Right? I got real stats in media. I got real stats in marketing. Yeah. Real stats in marketing, media, all of that. Management. Yeah. Real life stats, man. I could pull up receipts of stats. Marketing stats. Yeah, y'all remember that? Yeah, that was when Jahad Tucker, who many others tried to run with that, but you know who came with the LeBron James of the game? That was Sauce, man. You see ESPN added LeBron James. Y'all was talking about my views, right? They added the king right there, man. You know marketing. Boy, that was mine, man. Y'all sit online, but look who I am. I'll try to downplay my levels because I don't have to kiss ass. I don't have to suck dick. I'm not an ass kisser. I make my own, right? But back to Frank though, man. Like I said, hopefully things work out for you. They get you on a card. Because, you know, I second what Malik said, man. It's a bad look when you chasing after a guy that was chasing after you at one point. You know, that shit is crazy to me. That's why I had to give it to you raw, man. These other content creators, they ain't gonna give it to you like that. I came on here and gave it to you raw, like, yo, you don't bring nothing to the table for Keyshawn Davis right now. That was whoever your BR is, or told you to jump out there and do an interview and speak on his name, they bumped their head, man. Especially when you're talking about fighting him at 40. You should have been like, yo, man, I'll fight Gary Antoine Russell. I'm at 140 now. He's a champion, but I know you don't want to fight him. Yeah, that's black on black crime right there. He's a southpaw, you a southpaw. They'll probably put you to sleep. Yeah, I already sent out a text, Malik. I sent out a text, brother. I sent out a text. I text my uncle. Yeah. But you know, they don't want to. Yeah, they don't want to fight Polo, man. But Polo is dangerous, man. That's Polo, man. Come on, the dome. They don't want to fight Polo, man. Hopefully my Bluetooth. You know, I'm in this street sweeper, man. It's real loud, man. You know, we killing two birds with one stone, man. But I got the Bluetooth in, man. Malik said, make some calls. Malik, the calls you need to make are the man down promotion. You know, maybe you could get these guys that's down there in Texas that sit around debating in front of green screens and arguing. Why don't they pull up on EJ, man? Yeah, that's the thing that used to kill me, right? Yo, all these so-called diehard Earl Smith radical fans, yo, they had no real connection with him. It showed, man. No real connection with him. I don't even think Derek was letting them in the gym, man. They had no real ties with him, man. It's showing right now, man. Hopefully Frank Martin still got ties with him, man. But he looks like he needs to fight, man. He said, I need you to. Yo, I did. I called that the loser bracket, I believe. I'm disappointed in that, man. You know, T.O. on here talking about not selling his soul. He be running with my content, man. Yo, who was talking that, yo, selling your soul shit, man? Check my IG. I said, yo, it's toxic, right? I said, selling your soul is toxic. Now he talking about selling his soul and all this, man. Yo, Turkey Alashik is exposing all of these niggas, man. He got these niggas, you know what it is, right? He's exposing them because they've been frauds, man. They've been fronting like they was getting the super bag for forever. And now he's showing them that they ain't. And you know what he is? He has the money. He's waving the carrot in front of their face. And they all fighting for it. You see how he did him? Yeah, he made him apologize. That nigga apologized quick, right? Didn't he apologize? Yeah, he made that nigga apologize, man. Theo jumped out there, talking about he was fired, called him a dictator. Yeah, he apologized quick, right? Damn, man. That's what happens, man. Like, see, I say this respectfully, man. Yo, when you sell your soul, man, a lot of them sold their soul, man. Yo, Turkey's they daddy, man. Yo, Turkey's they daddy, man. This shit is like Cadillac Records, man. How my man told Muddy Waters. Yo, Muddy Waters and them was always trying to clown my man Crow. Yo, Hollywood Crow was the man, though, man. Yo, he owns his truck. Yo, he owns all his shit, right? He was trying to let them niggas know, I don't got no daddy. Yeah, I don't got no daddy, man. These niggas be having daddies, man. Turkey's a lot of these niggas daddies. And see, Tank Davis, you know who your daddy is, Al Heyman. You got that Al Heyman slave contract. So that's why you be trying to, do what you do and set trips on Turkey. But see, the rest of them that didn't have Al as their daddy, they got to fuck with Turkey, man. And the only thing, the difference between Turkey and Al is Turkey is visible. Turkey is visible, right? And Turkey makes these niggas apologize. But Al Heyman, you know how Al Heyman makes them apologize? They gotta say, y'all, first and foremost, I like to thank Al Heyman. I ain't say Al. I ain't say Al. I say apology right there. They gotta thank Al. They gotta thank Al. Y'all like to thank Al? I like to thank Al. But we see how that's working out for them now, man. Ain't too much thanking Al now, man. Especially July 19th, huh, Malik? Ain't the brothers on that card, man? Somebody needs to make some calls, man. I ain't seen one brother on that card, man. That's a bad look, man. That's not the vibe, man. The brother couldn't even get a shot on that card, man. But listen, this is the Source Experience, man. The news by Shanewz, man. Media, marketing, management. Serious inquiries only, man. Mr. 10%, man. You do have options, man. You do have options, man. We give you the options over here, man. He said, Mexican monster loves Al. Marriage legal problem, he needs the money. Yeah. Yes, the Mexican monster loves Samson. Samson got Al in a headlock, man. Because Samson is a promoter with money. Right? That's why I say, who are these guys promoters, man? Who are these guys promoters, man? Because, if the promoter puts the money up, Al will come to the table. See, the Mexican monster guy, Samson. Samson is the man. But this is the Source Experience, man. I'm going to leave y'all some midday magic. Shake it like a rump shaker.
Hey, this is Coach Larry Wade, IBL Champions. Hey, I train professional boxers, and you with Sauce Talk Podcast. You know what I mean?
I was playing, man. I told you I was coming back to the city of Cowboy, Tulsa, Oklahoma, seek and destroy. You know the vibe. Yeehaw!
Yes, this is Sauce Talk, Showtime Shanewz Midi. Say I got the man himself, Mr. Sugar Hill. First off, champ, thank you for your time. This man needs no introduction.
Sugar Hill on Sauce Talk.
That's right. Yes, this is the Sauce Talk with Keyshawn Davis.
The Sauce Talk, okay.
First